He's 21st.
Yes.
So not very good, yeah?
Not very good, yes.
So how the hell can you be goals prevented second? What's goals present? What's goal? I'm going to go on a rant now about goals prevented. What kind of guff is that? Goals prevented.
I'll tell you, question the stats.
No, but I mean seriously, I think goalkeeping stats most of the time are a lot of nonsense anyway. But that one at the bottom, I feel like I'm going to run over there and 2 foot that TV. Goals prevented.
Another player who's gone to Manchester United and got worse.
Yeah, got worse. Not been able to marshal the back four. Spent, it's cost a lot of money. You can throw in Anthony, Jadon Sancho, the Casemiro, who's still there. The list.
Ugarte.
Oh, Jesus. Ugarte. I mean, he's just been absolutely. I mean, he's nothing. He's just like a wet blanket. You put him in with the kids, even the kids would be going, who the hell's this guy? Seriously, he's just. I've not seen.
Right, we're on Onana, we're not on Ugarte.
Huh?
We're on Onana.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And Onana, I thought he was going to. As Nathan said, he looked the real deal when he was in Italy and when he was in Holland. I thought he was going to come in and have this sort of Schmeichel-esque air of, aura about him, where, bossing about. Remember he was bossing about Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire had a go at him. I cannot wait. If this new youngish lad from Belgium comes in and is flapping about all over the place, it's going to be a mess, isn't it? So, but Altai, Bayendier, they can't play him because he might be okay on the old shot stopping routine, which is a goalkeeper, by the way. That's what he's paid for. He's absolutely, and I mean absolutely, useless on balls into the box, set pieces. So this new lad that comes in has to be able to, communicate, marshal a back four, be good with the ball at his feet, make saves, and he has to have an authority and make a statement when teams are rattling the ball in the box, because that's what every team's going to do now. As soon as they get crosses in the box, long throws, corner kicks, they're going to pile it on under this goalkeeper, and they're going to act. Well, that's what I would do. That's what. If I was in the dressing room playing Man United, I said, new keeper. The keepers are all rubbish. Any set pieces, anything we get under the crossbar, get everybody forward. We pile in, get a couple of elbows and arms in his face, see if he likes it, and that's what I would do. And he's going to sink or swim, because they went half-hearted down the route of Martinez at Villa, and I think that would have been the perfect scenario for them, because he's got an arrogance. He's got an arrogance as well as being a really good goalkeeper. He's got a self-confidence and an arrogance that they need. But they've gone the other route again, and we have absolutely no idea how this young lad is going to handle this scenario.
Nadim, how do you think the back four's feeling?
That's a very loaded question there, especially since they play back three as well. But I think in some ways they're just looking for someone with more consistency. I think, as Craig was alluding to there, we just for United, they don't need a goalkeeper to be amazing. But from all the list of the stats that were up there, the one where it's tied most for errors leading to goals, you can't. At some point, as a defender, that starts to affect you, because you start to almost expect it. Oh, the ball's been rolled back to him. Do you trust him wholeheartedly, or could something happen? There's a weak shot going towards goal. Do you trust him in a moment to be able to save that guaranteed? Is he a calming presence, or is he somebody that makes you play in a slightly different manner? Excuse me. And unfortunately for Onana, through these last 2 years, he's not really bred confidence within that back line. And again, given how it started, I thought that would be the case, but it's the exact opposite. And it's a shame, because he is a good goalkeeper. But now when he's spoken about from, say, a United perspective, if you hear his name mentioned, people usually saying, oh, he's made another mistake. He's made another mistake, and it's cost us a goal. He's done this and he's done that. And I think what they need is a goalkeeper whose name will not really be mentioned. A goalkeeper who will just be in there, will be as consistent as can be, not really be making those errors, making saves, and goals will always go in, but just don't have your fingerprints on so many of them, because they're very hard to forget once they start continuing to happen.
But you've got to find out what his weak points are, if he's got any, and as experienced players and defenders, you've got to give him some sort of support, which they should have been doing with Bayendier, because they knew he was weak at crosses, and yet they exposed him to that. When I was at Celtic, we had a goalkeeper, Johnny Gould, who came up from Coventry and Bradford. He was struggling at the time, and we had an injury. He got a chance. He got a short-term move. He came in, 97-98 season, and he was absolutely brilliant. I mean, brilliant shot stopping goalie. I hope he sees this. He's out in New Zealand or something now.
I doubt he will.
Well, he might do, because he likes looking at himself. If he hears his name mentioned, he'll click the video. Goldie was a brilliant lad. He made some great saves, but he would tell you himself, right? And crosses into the box, he was a nightmare. He wouldn't come off his line if the winning lottery ticket was on the 6-yard line.
Right.
He wouldn't do it, and we knew that. Alan Stubbs knew it, Matt Reaper knew it, Tommy Boyd knew it. So they knew that they were going to have to defend the 6-yard box. It's a bit like when Jim Leighton was at Aberdeen. Willie Miller and Alec McLeish had to head the ball away because Jim's strong point wasn't crosses. Goldie was the same. So you got to figure out, and so they used to berate him for not coming off his line, but we knew he wasn't coming off his line. And you have to figure out what your teammate, whether it's midfield or whether Nedum's playing with another centre-half, what's my other centre-half's weak points and his strong points? What do I need to cover? It's no different with the goalkeeper. Is he weak with kicking? Is he weak with crossing? Is he not the most physical? What is it? And then you have to figure out a way to try and protect him as best as possible. United, as bad as the goalkeepers have been, United haven't done that with their goalkeepers. They've exposed them and they've been found out. So whatever this young lad is uncomfortable with, he better get it out quick in the dressing room and say, listen, do this to help me and do that. But, you know, if they leave him exposed and he's back, and by the way, somebody, I don't know if it was somebody in jest, said the scouting report on him was that he was a little suspect on crosses into the box.
Lovely.
Whether that's true or not, we'll find out.
Well, we'll indeed find out. Extra
PM Italy time, 4 PM UK time, is that there is an agreement between Trabzonspor in the Turkish Super League and Manchester United for Andre Onana. So agreement club to club done for Andre Onana to leave Manchester United and go on loan deal with part of the salary covered to Trabzonspor. This is the club to club agreement, Man United, Trabzonspor for Andre Onana. Green light from Man United. United are prepared to let him go. United are open to this. Not creating any problem to Onana. They signed Senne Lammens in the final days of the summer transfer window, and so they have Senne Lammens, they have Altay Bajindir, they have Tom Heaton, so it's already 3 goalkeepers plus Onana, who didn't start one single Premier League game, just starting in the League Cup. And so the message from Ruben Amorim was quite clear. Even in public, every time he was asked about Onana, Amorim was always mentioning a technical decision, not an injury, not recovery, not fitness, always mentioning a technical decision. So Bajindir starting was quite a strong message. Now Man United are prepared to let him go, to let Onana go, just 2 years after spending 55 million euros to sign him from Inter after that fantastic Champions League campaign in 2023. And now the idea of Trabzonspor is to close the deal as soon as possible. Now depends on Andre Onana. Is Andre Onana who has to say, okay, I want to stay at Man United, compete for my spot, I will not leave, or, okay, I come to Trabzonspor, I will be the starting goalkeeper and I will prove everyone wrong with all the things being said about him in the recent years. So it's Andre Onana who has to decide now. But for sure, the club-to-club agreement is done, and now the deal depends on the Cameroon goalkeeper. So let's see what happens. Again, maybe while you're watching this video, you already have the outcome of this decision from Andre Onana, but for sure, club-to-club is okay, and so I think there is a chance for this deal to happen. About Turkish clubs, guys, I wanted